Hello and welcome to the Justice Center's annual Code of Conduct and Champion Awards presentation. My name is Denise Miranda and I'm the Executive Director of the New York State Justice Center for the Protection of People with Special Needs. Each year, the Justice Center has the privilege of honoring individuals who make a difference in the lives of people with special needs. This year, we received more than 90 nominations for the Code of Conduct Awards. The dedication the workforce has to individuals with special needs shines through when reading these nominations. There are countless stories of staff members ensuring that the people they support live what the Code of Conduct calls for: self-directed, meaningful lives free from abuse and neglect. I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge the difficulties facing these dedicated staff members. The global pandemic presented unprecedented challenges. Now, a workforce crisis presents yet another. And yet, we still see unwavering commitment to providing high-quality care for individuals receiving services. It is truly remarkable. The Justice Center, the Advisory Council, and families all across this great state owe each of you a sincere debt of gratitude. But before we get to today's Code of Conduct honorees, we will focus on the Justice Center's Champion Award winners. This award recognizes people and organizations that support the Justice Center in its mission to protect the health, safety, and dignity of all people with special needs. We begin this morning with Geneva Genovese, a longtime surrogate decision-making committee member who passed away earlier this year. Geneva was appointed to the Surrogate Decisions Making Committee in 1998 and served for nearly a quarter of a century. She took part in more than 600 hearings during that time. For those of you who don't know, these panels make medical decisions for individuals who do not have a family member or representative available to make decisions on their behalf. The organization that nominated Geneva said her dedication to the program was remarkable. Geneva responded to panel requests and took part in hearings even when she cared for her husband at the end of his life. One colleague wrote in her nomination, "As long as Geneva could take a breath, she did my hearing requests." She was a role model and a leader in the program. She studied cases in advance of each hearing and came ready with questions. For her tireless hours of service to New Yorkers with special needs, we present the Justice Center's Champion Award to Geneva Genovese. Accepting this award on her behalf is Geneva's son, Frankie.
Thank you very much for honoring my mother with this award. It means a lot for her to be awarded this posthumously. She dedicated her life to this for almost the past quarter century. She did this even when she was sick with cancer. It meant a lot to her. It kept her busy. It kept her going. So I want to thank you for awarding her this very much in honor of me and my brother. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Frankie, for sharing that with us. Our next Champion Award is being presented to Keith Peterson, who is a restraint trainer for the New York City Administration for Children's Services. Keith was nominated for his extensive work with the Justice Center on cases dealing with allegations involving inappropriate restraints. Keith is a certified restraint trainer and often offers expertise to aid in Justice Center cases. He helps investigators understand how direct care staff are trained on restraints, how restraints should be done, and what can happen when there is an improper restraint. Keith has also helped educate agency attorneys handling appeals and has testified at hearings about the use of restraints. His expertise has improved the Justice Center's ability to work with provider agencies to provide safer environments for individuals receiving services. For his dedication to the Justice Center and the safety of individuals in care, I am pleased to present a Justice Center Champion Award to Keith Peterson.
Thank you very much. First thing I'd like to say is I really honestly appreciate anyone and everyone that had anything to do with me receiving this award. Also, I don't work alone. I have a team of people that work with me here at the Administration for Children's Services, and I'd like to thank all of them for supporting me also. Just one quick thing I'd like to say in regards to supporting the Justice Center. Sometimes I'm asked, why do you do this? Why are you still working in this field? And what comes to mind is the work is never done. We constantly and continually have a lot of work to do, and we must push forward. So I'll be here forever doing this work because it's not over. It's not done. It's a lot of work that we have to do. And it's not work for me. To me, it's my obligation. It's my duty, my responsibility. So again, thank you very much to everyone that had anything to do with this. I really honestly appreciate it. Thank you.
Well said, Keith. Thank you for your commitment, and thank you to the team and all the individuals who support you with that work. Our next recipient is an individual who has done extensive work with Justice Center staff. Sonny Priveto is an educator and trainer who specializes in helping first responders and frontline workers deal with trauma. The Justice Center first reached out to Sonny several years ago. We were seeking assistance with investigator training, specifically asking him to do a workshop on vicarious trauma. His training was well received and extremely impactful. Since then, Sonny has refused payment for the services he has generously provided to the Justice Center. Sonny's presentations are always relatable, which makes them meaningful for everyone who joins. His sessions have undoubtedly helped agency staff deal with the difficulties they face as part of their jobs. For this work, we present a Justice Center Champion Award to Sonny Priveto.
I'm actually speechless. To think about my involvement with the Justice Center really brings it front and center to your staff, who really is looking out for its peers and its coworkers. There's no way that I would have connected my center in Vermont to the Justice Center if it wasn't for staff looking out for staff members and really looking out for resources that were relatable and relative to what your folks do across the whole state. Being a New Yorker myself, living now in Vermont for 35 years, I know just how vast that state can be, and I know how complicated doing human service work can be in every part of the state, whether you're up in Rochester or you're in the Bronx, which is my hometown. I couldn't be more honored to be on the same screen with all these other recipients. It really drives, I think, the passion for me to continue to do this work, to help the helper, right? We can't help anybody unless we take care of ourselves first. And thank you.
From one Bronxite to another, thank you, Sonny, for all that you do. Our final Champion Award is being presented to Shannon Stockwell of the Mental Hygiene Legal Services. Shannon's nomination describes him as the linchpin in developing a process that has helped remove dangerous staff from the workforce. Shannon crafted and helped implement a memo of understanding between the Justice Center, the Office of Mental Health, and Mental Hygiene Legal Services. That agreement speeds up the process to get confidential records released for disciplinary hearings related to abuse and neglect allegations. The agreement has also helped make attorneys across the state more familiar with the Justice Center's work. Ultimately, the Justice Center has seen a dramatic decrease in the time it takes to obtain health records. Shannon's work on this project has helped to expedite the processing of cases across the state. With our sincerest gratitude, I'm happy to present this Justice Center Champion Award to Shannon Stockwell.
Well, thank you very much. I really do appreciate the award and the focus on my work with the employee discipline cases. I would like to speak about my agency in general. Seeking to protect the legal rights and interests of people with mental disabilities is the core function of the Mental Hygiene Legal Service. It's challenging work in the best of times. However, in the early stages of the pandemic, even the most routine of our duties, visiting patients at facilities, was rendered nearly impossible. As with everyone else, we at MHLS were forced to adapt our practices in the face of adversity and went on with the work of the day. Through regular communication with the Office of Mental Health and OPWDD, MHLS sought to ensure the safety of our constituents. We advocated for appropriate supplies of masks and PPE, vaccines when they became available, and sadly, to ensure that our clients' rights and interests were protected when end-of-life decisions needed to be made. Additionally, MHLS was at the forefront of the transition to virtual court hearings, as proceedings of the mental hygiene law were deemed essential proceedings. As the pandemic winds down, challenges certainly remain, but I am confident that the service will be there to meet them head-on. I'm humbled to receive this award, and I accept on behalf of my friends and colleagues at MHLS. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Shannon, for all you've done and all you continue to do. And now I'm joined by Justice Center Advisory Council Chairperson Bill Getman and Chairperson of the Workforce Committee, Glenn Liebman. They will present this year's Code of Conduct Awards. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Denise.
Here we are, favorite time of the year. Once again, very glad to have you with us.
Extraordinary time of the year. Great awards already, and we have some more great ones to present.
Absolutely. You know, I was struck by what Keith said. The work is never done, and these people are just, they never stop working. We're so lucky and honored. These are our heroes. They really are.
Unwavering commitment.
Right,
Yeah.
and every day they show up and do what has to get done. We thank them.
Absolutely, with gratitude.
So moving ahead right now, we are going to start off our Code of Conduct Awards this morning with Tammy Anderson, who works for the Office of People with Developmental Disabilities. Tammy's been working in the direct care role for more than 20 years. She's known for using the phrase, teamwork makes dream work. Just think about that. Tammy says, according to her colleagues, she's focused on person-centered approach for each individual in care by creating opportunities for them to grow, learn, and ultimately build confidence in themselves. Colleagues say that Tammy's activities create a sense of belonging. She uses the Buffalo Bills team to engage the individuals in her program. They bake cakes, they make crafts, and they wear their jerseys on Sunday. She uses the cheers they create to work on speech exercises as a creative tool. Tammy teaches about different cultures by incorporating their music into the holiday ball. And she helps individuals in care learn about health and wellness through a walking club she started. Each person progresses at their own pace and level of confidence and performance. Tammy incorporates lessons about healthy meal planning also. She encourages everyone to read the newspaper so they can be informed voters. For all the hard work, planning, and dedication, we're honored to present the Code of Conduct Award to Tammy Anderson. Tammy cannot be here today, so we offer our sincere congratulations to Tammy. Glenn?
Thank you, Tammy, for your great work. Our next award recipient is Allele Bacchus, who has spent nearly 2 decades working with individuals with special needs. Allele's nomination describes him as the backbone of his program. It says this is no more evident than when he returns from time away and is swarmed by individuals wanting to hug him. He builds deep relationships, not just with the individuals in care, but also with their families who frequently ask for him by name. Allele's work to reduce the number of physical interventions needed and instead focuses on addressing emotional needs before they escalate. He empowers each person to make the best decisions they can. Allele guides residents into solving conflicts with each other rather than needing the staff to intervene. Allele's dedication was particularly evident during Hurricane Sandy when he moved into the residence, which is incredible, to ensure a continuity of care in case of a disruption in regular staffing. For these reasons and so many more, we're so proud to honor Allele Bacchus with a Code of Conduct Award.
Thank you for having me here. It's an honor. I am excited and I'm delighted. It is very emotional. I've been with my job for so many years and I love what I do. Every day I come into work and these kids just put a smile on my face. I love what I do and I'm very honored for everyone and anyone who in some way helped me get this award. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Congratulations, well deserved.
Yep. Drive safely.
Our next award winner today is Treatment Team Leader Connie Erdman at the Creedmoor Psychiatric Center. Connie's nomination describes her as an extraordinary employee who emphasizes treating everyone with respect, dignity, and compassion. She continuously advocates for all the people under her care and is often heard making reassuring, supportive statements to each of them. As the treatment team leader, she goes above and beyond to advocate for her patients as well as staff, resulting in a safe and supportive environment where great work can be accomplished. Connie also makes sure that each individual leaving Creedmoor has the resources and the skills they need to be very successful in the community. Connie is described as an excellent example of someone who listens thoughtfully to patients and family members when they raise questions or have concerns, and then handles each of them with empathy, understanding, and respect. She is known for going above and beyond to address and remove any obstacles that may be impacting the care of those at Creedmoor. Thank you, Connie, for all you do, and congratulations on this well-deserved award. Connie?
I want to thank everyone for their recognition. As most of us know, healthcare can be a very difficult place to work, especially in the trying times with the added challenges related to the pandemic. I could only imagine how hard it must be for our patients who reside in the hospital with the limitations that they go through as well. It is with the support of my administration and my coworkers that I am encouraged and allowed to work towards improving the quality of care we provide and the environment that our patients reside and staff work. As I drive home each day, I often reflect on my day. I consider it a success if I'm able to make one patient's or one coworker's day a little easier, a little brighter. So I want to thank you all for fostering us to better work towards this type of environment, a safe and secure environment. Thank you.
Well, thank you, and congratulations, Connie. The nomination of our next award winner highlighted her work to literally save an individual's life. Faith Howell has been with Open Gate Inc. for nearly 2 decades, and she currently provides support to people in the Without Walls program. Faith uses her knowledge of each person she works with to promote community, inclusion, and self-advocacy. Her constant attention to the well-being of the people in her care helped her know when something was very wrong. During a trip into the community, Faith noticed one of her individuals receiving services had an unsteady gait. She contacted the nurse on duty, who suggested they go to an urgent care facility. Faith just knew that wasn't going to be enough and told the nurse that she believed this was an emergency situation. Turns out Faith was absolutely right. The individual was evaluated upon arrival at the emergency room and rushed into brain surgery. Faith upheld one of the most important tenets of the Code of Conduct: to promote the physical, emotional, and personal well-being of any person who receives services. Thank you, Faith, for your care and courage to act swiftly. Unfortunately, Faith is not with us today, but congratulations on just remarkable achievement and well-deserved.
Congratulations, Faith. Our next Code of Conduct winner is a 20-year employee of Camelot Counseling. Beverly Walker is a counselor at the agency that provides services and supports for children and families whose lives have been impacted by alcohol and substance abuse. Beverly bases her therapeutic relationships on with dignity and respect, which helps to build each individual's unique capacity for growth and healing. Beverly is a role model for the peers in her nomination that says she is a pillar of strength for clients and staff. Beverly helped create Camelot Shelter Services and began as in a trailer some 20 years ago, and now serves 230 individuals, including families in the process of being reunited with their children. She's developed relationships with shelters in the area to ensure that everyone is afforded an opportunity to improve their lives, and organizes toy drives for children in the shelter. For her unwavering support of vulnerable individuals, we are very proud to present a Code of Conduct Award to Beverly Walker. Beverly?
Hi everyone. I'm so emotional and so thankful. I'm so honored to be one of the winners of the Justice Center Code of Conduct Awards. I would like to thank Camelot, who nominated me, and where I have worked, as you said, over 20 years and developed my counseling skills. I also want to give a special thank you to Luke Nasser, the CEO, my supervisors, Vinny, Carl, Tamara, and my mentor, Logan Lewis, who have taught me a lot in this field. And least but not, my colleagues who are, without them, working, makes it very, very special working in this field when you have a good team of people to work with, all of which have helped my growth and strong commitment to the Code of Conduct. It is a blessing to work in this field, helping others to find their hope and to find their way back to a healthy lifestyle. I really love what I do, and thank you so much.
Congratulations, Beverly. Well said. Our final award winner this year was selected from a heartwarming nomination written by the mother of a person receiving services. Shonda Williamson of Heritage Christian Services is described as a wonderful role model exhibiting humor, calmness, and compassion. The nomination goes on to say Shonda is a great source of inspiration to the women in the house, encouraging them to socialize and communicate with one another. She brings a stable influence and has helped the individuals in her care become more independent, assisting with household chores, choosing their own meals, and working on meal planning. Shonda cared for the nominator's daughter when she had COVID, risking her own well-being to nurse her back to health. Amazing. In addition to her physical health, Shonda has nurtured This individual's love of country music, pretending to dance with a real life-size poster of a favorite country music artist, and even taking her to a concert. The nomination closes by saying, quote, "Our gratitude for Miss Williamson is deep and sincere. She deserves this honor. We couldn't agree more." It is with our deep and sincere admiration that I present Shonda Williamson with the Code of Conduct Award.
Thank you so much. I'm deeply honored to be accepting this award. When I was informed that I was actually one of the winners, I was very speechless. To be selected as one of the 6 out of so many nominees speaks volumes. So with the grace of God, I'm able to come in every day and satisfy the commitment that I signed up for. I don't look at it as a job or a place of employment. To me, I'm just coming in to support, my family members that were given to me from the Lord, I guess. So once again, thank you.
What an inspiring group of individuals. The compassion, the creativity, the commitment, really just amazing.
Nobody does this for the money. They do it because they care about all New Yorkers.
And I can say that we had, as Shonda said, we had so many nominations and just so many people doing wonderful work. And these 6 folks are the cream of the crop, but there's so many other great individuals out there as well. We're just so lucky in our system to have such great, really heroes, as we call them. They absolutely are heroes.
Doing that work right now as we speak.
Yeah, exactly.
Resilient,
Yep.
resilient, resilient, resilient.
Yep.
I want to thank everyone who has joined us for our Champion Code of Conduct Awards. The work supporting people with special needs is often long and draining and many times goes unrecognized. We truly appreciate the extraordinary work of the direct care workforce across New York State. Have a wonderful day.
Hello everyone. I would like to thank the Justice Center for the Protection of People with Special Needs for inviting me to say a few words during their 2022 Code of Conduct Awards for Custodians of People with Special Needs. Since beginning my role here as Commissioner of OPWDD, I have had the chance to travel the state and meet many DSPs and see firsthand how so many of you bring more than 100% to your job every single day, despite the challenges. Thank you so much for all that you do. This Code of Conduct Award recognizes the people who demonstrate a strong commitment to the provisions of the code by helping people with special needs to live self-directed, meaningful lives in their communities, free from abuse and neglect, and protected from harm. Without professionals like you on the front line, so many New Yorkers would be unable to live with good health and dignity, to feel valued, and to pursue personal growth, something that many of us take for granted, but what your work makes possible for so many others. I do not need to tell you that the role of a direct support professional is a tremendous responsibility because it is such a personal one. Vulnerable people are trusting you every day to have their best interests at heart, and they are trusting you to put their needs first as you support them to realize their hopes and dreams. There are thousands of direct support professionals throughout the state who are doing the same work that you do every day, but there are only a few who are singled out by the Justice Center for living up to the very high ideals set forth by the Code of Conduct, which includes integrity, responsibility, and professional competency, among others. You are among the best of the best, and you should be very proud of this accomplishment. As we struggle with a workforce crisis that has intensified in recent years, it gives me great hope to know that there are people like you willing to not only make great personal sacrifices on behalf of the people we support, but to continually go above and beyond despite the increasing demands. We need more people like you who continue to serve with purpose and grace. And I want you to know that we are committed to building our workforce, both to benefit the people we support and to ease some of the burden on our current workforce that has given so much. Please know how much I respect and admire your commitment to this field and to the people we support. Congratulations on achieving this incredible honor, and thank you again for all that you do.
Hi, I'm Dr. Ann Sullivan, Commissioner for the New York State Office of Mental Health. And it is just a pleasure today to be here with you to thank, first of all, the Justice Center for its Code of Conduct Awards and to congratulate the 2022 winners of the Code of Conduct Awards. I also have to give a very special congratulations to an employee of the Office of Mental Health, Connie Erdman. Constance is a social worker at Creedmoor Psychiatric Center, where she has been working since 2013. And she has exemplified just the highest level of care for the clients that we work with. Every day she does what the Code of Conduct says you should, which is to have advocacy, respect, and dignity for the individuals we serve. So Constance, thank you so much for what you do. And thank you to all those in the serving agencies across New York State. A special thank you to those in the New York State Office of Mental Health for what you do each and every day. Your dedication to the clients we serve is simply extraordinary. You actually exemplify something which I think is very special in the Code of Conduct, which is always to recognize individuals' lifelong learning and potential. You help individuals each and every day fulfill their hopes and dreams. Thank you for that, and thank you for what you do every day. And again, congratulations to our 2022 awardees.
Congratulations to the Justice Center's Code of Conduct Award winners. Thank you so much for all the service that you've provided in the last few years that have been really tough, exhausting, and wearing people down. But despite this, you have all persevered and continue to provide really committed, dedicated care to those with special needs and who are most marginalized. So thank you again for all of your service and congratulations.
Hi everyone, my name is Sheila Poole. I'm the Commissioner of the New York State Office of Children and Family Services, and I'm so happy just to take a moment to join the Justice Center in celebrating and acknowledging the amazing work of our human services workforce across New York State. I've had the opportunity this year to be back out visiting programs, both our OCFS, state-operated juvenile facilities, but also programs serving OMH and the Office of People with Developmental Disabilities clients and individuals. And I always leave programs just awestruck in what I see people devoting such compassion, empathy, bringing themselves to work in the most authentic way possible, often under very difficult circumstances. And I am so happy to be part of today's celebration, saluting you, thanking you sincerely for the amazing work you do, helping all of us take good care of New York's vulnerable children, youth, and families. Thank you.